Okay, welcome back for another one of my solo episodes. I have retitled it Rob's Rankings or Rants and Rankings. Best and worst was, kind of a good idea, but I really don't like doing a laundry list of worst because things that I really don't like, I don't listen to enough to have a good idea of what's worse, if that makes any sense. I do want to thank everybody out there. I've got over 1,000 views in 3 days on my Ace Frehley Kiss Songs video. That is so awesome. I cannot believe that. So thank everybody out there. And I would like to take a minute just to read a few comments on that video. We have L. Salisbury. Uh, he wrote in about a fun urban legend, apparently, that at one point in time, Jim Morrison was rumored to be Ace Frehley after faking his death in France and wanted to get into music by hiding with Kiss. Of course, that was, debunked later when Kiss did, his voice came out on Shock Me and stuff. But I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it's really cool. I mean, absolutely love conspiracy theories. Uh, Whether they're true or not, I don't care. But I personally never heard that, so I want to thank him. That was kind of cool. Also, we got Danny Holloway. He said he pretty much agreed with me, but he loves Dark Light and Rocket Ride a bit higher than I do, um, as well as Naked City from Gene, and I agree that's a great tune. So thank you, Danny. We got Sergio Davila saying Shock Me is one of his faves. It's a great tune. Let's see. Daniel Peterson just chimed in thinking he thought it was more going to be, songs Ace Frehley wrote, but yeah, it's just the ones he sang. Uh, Anthony Carasella says my audio is too low. That's valid. Hopefully this is fixed on this episode. I've been really struggling with getting these damn levels right, but and I know how irritating that is when you watch a channel and you have to crank your damn TV way the hell up or your phone or whatever. So yeah, I appreciate that, Anthony. We got Dr. Psychedelic. He brought some humor. Said the microphone is sensitive enough to pick up my voice from the other side of the room. I do not need to perform oral sex on it, which is a good thing as my jaw was starting to get sore. But yeah, I adjusted the levels there, doctor, and hopefully I don't need to be up here. Appreciate you. We got Gary Morris saying Rocket Ride's his deal. He loves that song. We always get some of these guys in the Kiss world. We got Andrew Jamie, who says, watch your mouth. There is no bad Ace Frehley Kiss songs. Change your plot, friend. Well, that's great. If you love every Ace song, that's awesome. I'm not going to argue with you. That list really wasn't, with the exception of the Into the Void, wasn't songs I disliked. There has to be an order. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say this is my favorite, then everything is a least last favorite. I mean, whatever. Like I told him, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change what I say. The reason I'm doing this is just because I want to vent, get it off my chest. If someone gets offended, then I guess I'm sorry that you're a person who gets offended. Anyway, then we also have Troy Windle, and he says Talk to Me is a great song, and obviously I completely agree since that was number one on my list. Okay, so as you're seeing here, we've got Peter Criss, the cat man, the old cat, and we're going to do my rankings of his Kiss vocal songs, not songs he wrote, vocal appearances as a main vocalist, lead vocalist. Again, I don't really hate any of these except for the last one. It seems to be a common thread with Psycho Circus as far as Ace and Peter go. But with that, we'll get right into her. And so we will, as I mentioned, start out with I Finally Found My Way off of Psycho Circus. This to me was a forced attempt to try to recapture Beth, or maybe something like Easy Thing from his solo album. It's not terrible. It just is not my kind of music. Um, I'm not a huge ballad guy anyway, but this is kind of overly, I don't know, cheesy, sappy, top 40 radio type stuff. Not my deal. Moving right along, we're going to get to Baby Driver. Now, this song does have some really cool parts, but overall, it just doesn't do a whole lot for me. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just, like I said, it's definitely a decent song, but it's not one I think that really showcases Peter's vibe all that well. But still a good song. Um, we'll move on to Beth. Okay, here's the deal, and I think I touched on this somewhere, whether it was, well, it must have been one of my other Kiss videos. I appreciate this song. I appreciate what it did for the band. Um, like I said, I wish they'd get rid of it live now. It was cool to see it on the reunion, just because of how huge this song was for them and the nostalgia and the history and everything. But like I said, I'm not a ballad guy. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's just I would never put this song on purpose. When it does, the rare opportunity I hear it on the radio, I change the station. I don't care for this song. I don't hate it. I just don't care for it. Other than that, a really great album. Let's move along here. Strange Ways. One of my high school buddies absolutely loved this song. And I do too. I think it's got a really dirty groove. Um, the one thing that stands out that I wish they would have remixed a different way is the actual chorus for Strange Ways. I hear Gene way too clearly there. To me, it should have been a meld of Gene and Paul, or even maybe just Paul. I don't care for Gene's backup vocals very much, but otherwise, it's a mean, dark song. I can see why people love it and put it high up on their list. And moving along, we will get into Hard Luck Woman. I've always liked this song. Hell, I even liked it when Garth Brooks performed it with Kiss. One of them talk shows. I don't remember which one. It's a great song. It's a bit overplayed for my taste, but it is. I can see how Paul wrote this, thinking it'd be a good one for Rod Stewart because it really is kind of up there with like Maggie May and stuff, that vein. But a good tune for a ballad. And we'll move on to Hooligan. This song is fun. I do enjoy the song. I enjoy pretty much this whole album, actually. But yeah, this could have been higher, but I think the chorus is a bit weak. I love the verses. I love the music. Sorry, I had to take a drink of Java. But yeah, great song, great album. Another great effort by Peter. Black Diamond. Uh, Probably his, well, other than Beth, probably his most famous song. This is extremely overdone for me. I wish they would stop doing it in concert. I wish they would have stopped doing it in concert 20 years ago. Not that I don't like the song, but some of this stuff, like this and Deuce and Strutter, just needs to be retired and replaced with, something that never really got overplayed, I guess. I'm not sure what that would be right now off the top of my head, but it's a great song. There is no denying it. Paul's intro is phenomenal. Peter's vocals are strong as hell. I could do without the 9-minute ending on the studio release. But other than that, yeah, this I'm sure is up very high on most people's lists. Next, we got Mainline. I absolutely love this song. This is a fun kind of, bob your head song that you could accidentally find yourself going about 20 miles over the speed limit. Love the song, love the chorus, love the verse, love the bridge. It is just an awesome song all around. Absolutely love it. Should have been more of a staple, I believe, in their sets. And moving on. Yes, I believe we're at number 2, Dirty Livin'. One of the most underrated Kiss songs, regardless of Peter's song. Just one of the most underrated Kiss songs. It's got a great riff. It's got a great groove and beat to it, and Peter's voice is just shines. Just a killer song. This could be number 1 any day of the week for me. Unfortunately, I just listened to every one of these songs before I did this video. And right now, my number 1 actually overtook this for today. Just depends on my mood, I guess. But number 1, I had to play this 3-4 times. Getaway tonight. This is so cool. It's got a funk to it, a spunk to it, a cocksure attitude. I just absolutely love this. Another underrated Kiss song, underrated Peter song. Again, just great tune. So that's it for my list. I would like to say I didn't think this. I've always loved Peter. Even when I was a kid, I love his raspy voice. I love the power, especially when, boy, one of my favorite performances of all time is Nothing to Lose off of Kiss Unplugged, with Eric Singer doing the main vocals and Peter still dropping in them screams and those raps. It's just that's Peter to me. He always had regardless of what did or didn't go on behind the scenes, he always seemed so happy on the stage. And from the stories you get from the other members, maybe that wasn't true, but the posters, the images, the videos you see, he's always, his head's going and he's got a smile on his face and he's always screaming and he's got such a unique, raspy voice. I just absolutely think it's a perfect fit for this band. Easily the best lead singer this band has ever had at drummer. Eric Carr was okay, but more of a kind of a background vocalist, and Eric Singer's got unbelievable backing chops. I mean, he can hit the highs and really help carry Paul right now. But Peter, as far as, I mean, he could have been a lead singer in any band. His voice to me is that unique and that cool. But I didn't realize how much I preferred his music over Ace Frehley. And I love Ace. I love his songs, of course. You all just saw the video. I love his songs. But, man, putting on these Peter songs tonight, I didn't realize how much I absolutely loved him. I mean, I knew I always, I got a kick out of his voice. It just, made me smile. But these songs are unbelievably good. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you got 4 guys. Obviously, you can't have everybody taking 2 songs. Well, I guess you could, but I don't know. I think he was underutilized. I think Ace was underutilized, both vocally. But yeah, I don't know. Just surprised me. I guess I wasn't expecting. I always kind of figured in the back of my head I was a bigger Ace song fan, but maybe not. Maybe it just depends on my day. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Peter. Some of his favorite songs of yours. I haven't done a real deep dive into his non-makeup stuff because, well, I really liked, what is it, Bad Attitude? Is that the one where half of his face is Peter Criss and half of it's Catman? Blue Moon Over Brooklyn on that was awesome. Bad Attitude on that one was awesome. He had some good tunes on that one, but some of them other ones I don't even know how to describe. I'd only heard bits and pieces, as a teenager. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking they were kind of country. I know I hated his solo album, so maybe that's a big reason why once he left, I just kind of left following him. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to check into him and see if there's anything to it. But until next time, I don't know what else I'm going to do yet. I just saw that Freely video got huge response. So I guess Kiss has, what does it, Bret Hart say? Great, best there is, was, and ever will be. Fans are amazing. Kiss fans are just never say die. They're always looking for something to listen to, read, or watch for Kiss, and that is just almost unheard of nowadays, beyond maybe Elvis and the Beatles still having a diehard, loyal following, but Kiss fans are the greatest, I gotta tell you. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll try to get something kicked out here again in a couple of days. So until then, see you next time.